Okay, that's why. And again, this software has the ability to do more than your broker. Your broker is going to, like I said, just, if they're not outperforming some major indexes, which a lot of them aren't, you need to look into this. Like I said, on we've got users doing very well, just keeping it real simple, because the market goes up and down. Just take that money every day. Take it every day. That's how you make money. Okay? But again, some folks, they're just not built for doing something on their own, and they'd rather pay somebody to do it. But you're going to be paying them a lot. And like I said, a lot of their vehicles, only make money when it goes up. This way, it doesn't matter what stock it is. I don't care which one of the Dow 30 it is. The likelihood of those stocks going to zero, any stock can go to zero, but the likelihood of those going to zero is pretty slim. And if they do, we've got a lot more to worry about than your little Ameritrade account over here. That's for sure. But that's a good question. That's totally up to the individual. Now here's Jim. I've got, says I have more than one trading account, IRA, individual, 2 trusts that I trade. Is it possible to trade all my accounts with this software? Your money needs to be parked somewhere here, Jim, in one of these guys. And our main office can help you do a self-directed IRA rollover if you don't have that ability. I know some of your accounts, it's no big deal. You could move it yourself. But we've got some guys that would make that painless and very inexpensive without the penalties. Okay, and then it's not just a guy we would refer you to, but you can use whoever you want. It's just a self-directed rollover, IRA rollover. Okay, we can get that info to you. Let me see. Patrick, is that Patrick Cascio? I've got somebody on here, and we've got about 10 minutes. We're going to take it all the way up till 3. I've got a guy that wants to say something. This could be good or bad, guys. Hang on. Okay, Patrick, you've got the floor.
Hey, Eric, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you great.
Hello, Eric. Terrific,
yes,
thank you.
Yep.
Hey, Eric, I appreciate your time, and it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure meeting you in person, and I want to take my hat off to you. Do a stellar job in educating.
Yep, you there?
I have a question that's been coming up quite a bit. I do have a guest on the Paul Chris thing. I would like to thank Chris for being here.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you're cutting in and out.
Husband and wife
Yeah, Patrick, I'm going to try to unmute you, buddy. I'm sorry, you're cutting in and out.
And the question is, can first software package run to?
Yeah, hey, Patrick, do me a favor. Type your question. I'll get right to it before we end. For whatever reason, you're sounding like you're in a tin can. So go ahead and just type it up for me, and I'll get right to it, okay? But I appreciate that. Just go ahead and type that in for me, and I'll get right to it. Okay, here we go. I've got a question here from Brian. It says, once we download the software, all the numbers preset in the software and ready to go, or do we manually change them, percentages, goals, etc.? Yeah, you're gonna want to change them because we don't know how much money you're playing with, Brian. It comes preset. A lot of those numbers are preset, but ultimately you're determining what your strategy is going to be. Okay, we're a software company. We've got a community board. We've got 14,000 existing users who are going to help you utilize this software, this tool. And again, it is the best stock trading software on the market, bar none. Like I said, we've got, this is right in our software. We wouldn't have any of these logos if this software had a problem. It doesn't, since 2005. So the main thing is that you just want to simulate live your strategy and kind of tweak those, how many shares, if you're looking for a 30-cent goal versus a 50-cent goal, you know, if your stocks are moving 30-cent ranges and you've got a 50-cent goal, you know, you're not making a lot of trades. So you may need to tweak that out. But yeah, they're all preset. When you go on the community board, you're pulling over someone's strategy to the T. But again, if they're using twice as much money as you need to change that. Okay? And in doing so, you just change the strategy slightly. Okay? Here I've got a good question from Patrick Cascio. I think this is it. It says, I've got, if a husband and wife have separate brokerage accounts, do they need separate software? So I've heard a company will allow second software with a lower monthly fee in lieu of purchasing the second. I'd have to get you to the main office on that. The answer is that you need 2 traders for 2 accounts, and here's why. Because once you pick the account, if they're in different accounts, even under U.S. Interactive Brokers, you're still going down and entering in the username password that's attached to that account. But absolutely, it could work on that. But we need to get you over to Carrie or Nick there at the main office and do that. Okay. All right, Patrick. I hope that was your question there, sir. And we've got a couple more minutes. Let me see, Jim. Jim, I'm gonna unmute you. We're gonna give this another try. Hopefully it worked. Jim Simpson, I'm gonna try to find you here. There you go. Okay, you're unmuted, Jim. Said you needed to ask a question live.
Yes. Okay. Eric, thanks for it. I think I didn't state the question properly. If I have, let's say, 4 accounts with Interactive Brokers, they're separate numbered accounts, can I log into those accounts and trade them all with one software package if they're all in my name?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Now I'll go ahead and unmute you. Absolutely. You may need to put in whatever the username and password, because it may not be an email with Interactive Brokers with multiple accounts. You might need to do that portion of it, but that's something that we can get the question back to you and get a definite answer. Okay, but I believe you can. Okay, let me get down here. Stocks and Forex simultaneously. Nope, you need to do one or the other. This is for FX or FJ, excuse me, because your Forex needs to go with FXCM. That's the only place we can trade Forex. Okay, but it will do anything that your Forex strategy you're currently using, or you're thinking about using, or you want to simulate real time. It will do anything you want. It's just you can't do them both simultaneously. Now, if you have obviously two softwares, you can do that. Okay. Let me see, preset numbers. I just want to make sure I'm getting them all, guys. I'm trying to go over them all. Okay, who do I contact about finding multiple accounts for sure? That's going to be, Jim, that's going to be Carrie. I would start there, or customer support at CoolTraderPro.com on there, and even Interactive Brokers. Maybe your contact over there can answer that question because they know who we are. Okay, but you may want to try there or Carrie, C-A-R-Y, at CoolTraderPro.com. Okay, and if you guys want, if I didn't get to your question or you want to ask me some other questions, my email address is Eric, E-R-I-C, at robotictradingsystems.com. So it's Eric at robotictradingsystems.com. Okay? Because we are out of time, I need to make sure I free up the webinar software for corporate. But I really do appreciate everyone's time. Your questions were great, and we're going to be doing it same place, same time tomorrow. And then if anybody has any questions, they'll go ahead and get you my number over at corporate, and we can, put a block of 30 minutes or 20 minutes or so on a calendar, and we can go over the software because it is a great piece of software. You guys, you've got to have it. There's no reason not to use it. It really works. Ed Barsano, genius, put this thing together. You know, like I said, we're now launching it. We're now marketing it. Basically, it was word of mouth, straight word of mouth. Before, he did a trade show here and there. Ameritrade approached him at a trade show and said, "You're 7 years ahead of our team." One guy. So we know it works. We've got instant credibility. Like I said, Jim Cramer wouldn't put his face on this thing. We've got all these guys, logos. You don't have that if there was a problem with the software. Now, everyone out there, you can get a strategy that will outperform where your money is currently, without a doubt in my mind. I think everybody has the ability, and the software's point and click. Dropbox, easy to use. All right, guys, thank you again. I appreciate it, and we'll be talking to you tomorrow.